Hi, it's Sylvester, and I'm feeling a lot better than I was feeling yesterday. I have had less caffeine, which is good because I had way too much caffeine yesterday and I was so anxious and so hyper. And so I've had some caffeine, enough caffeine to energize me, which is exactly what I need, but not enough caffeine to give me anxiety and make me super hyper like I was yesterday. Because I'm a very tired guy. I'm very fatigued because of my mental illnesses and also probably also because of some of the medication I'm on to help treat my mental illnesses probably also caused me to be fatigued. Whatever the reason, I'm a very tired guy most of the time, and so a little bit of caffeine can be very helpful in allowing me to get through the day and get things done. Anyway, I've been doing this thing recently. My stepmom gave me this book called The Secret. You've probably heard of it. I have mixed feelings about it. It's like essentially talking about the power of your thoughts and like how you can think things into existence. And, I think it's kind of bullshit. Like, sorry if my stepmom's watching this, but like, it is like kind of pseudoscience-y bullshit. But it is kind of helpful, I guess, to do thought experiments. And to, like, one of the things the book said is that you should live your life as if the thing you want has already happened and be thankful for it. And then those thoughts of being thankful for the thing that you have that you don't yet have will cause that thing to be brought into your life. Like, again, this is very like OCD magical thinking type stuff where it's like if you put thoughts into the universe, it will actually affect the universe, which I don't know if it's entirely healthy to be teaching people that stuff. I don't know if it's entirely healthy to believe that kind of stuff, but it is I have found it kind of helpful to live in that mindset of like imagining what my life would be like if I were to have the things that I want. And the thing I want more than anything else is to be a rich and famous YouTuber. So, I'm going to make this video talking about how I would, this is a daily vlog, and really there's not that much going on in my day. I mean, I've gotten some stuff done, there's some errands I need to run, there's some stuff that needs to get done, but my day would look very different if I were to be a rich and famous YouTuber, and that's what I want to be, so I'm going to imagine what my day would look like if I were a rich and famous YouTuber. It would probably look very similar to how my day currently looks. I have errands to run, cleaning to do, things to get done, just normal human stuff that needs to get done. I'm not getting into specifics. I don't need to tell you every single detail of my life and everything that I do, but so most of my day would just be doing the stuff that needs to get done. But there are some things that would be different if I were rich and famous. First thing is that I usually check my YouTube comments every day, but I checked my comments today, and honestly, they triggered me a little bit, and my mental health, as you might know, has not been super great recently, so I have decided that I'm not going to check the comments for a little while. I think I'm going to just ignore the comments for a while, and I am the kind of person who often gets caught up in things like comments and numbers, like how many views I get, how much watch time I have. Like, I get very caught up in that sort of stuff, and I've heard from many successful YouTubers that is something that can cause a lot of distress, and something that is like very tricky about being a famous YouTuber is that oftentimes you do get caught up in the numbers, and so, or like, Tom Scott once made a video where he was talking about how he is so obsessed with what people are saying about him that he would go on Twitter and look up what people were saying about him, like even people who didn't at him. Apparently, I don't know if you could still do this. I haven't really spent that much time on Twitter, but apparently if you like mention someone in one of your tweets but don't at them, they can still find that tweet just by like searching their name. And so like he would do that. He would go and look up on Twitter, spend all day finding out what people were saying about him and stuff. And like, so this is a thing that YouTubers can get caught up in. And so I'm taking a step back, and so today I'm gonna decide to not get caught up in the comments and not get caught up in the numbers of it all, and the views and all that stuff. I'm gonna take a step back and just like let my channel do what it's doing, and when I'm feeling a little bit better mentally, then I will perhaps start looking at the comments again and start looking at the view counts and stuff. But like for now, again, I'm gonna try my best to not worry about the analytics and the comments. Another thing I would do today if I were rich and famous is I would make this video. I would be doing exactly what I'm doing in this current moment, only this video wouldn't be on my second channel. This video would be a bonus video for the people who give me money on Patreon, because I don't have a lot to offer people who subscribe to Patreon, and I haven't decided if I'm going to use Patreon, or I've heard of something called Fourth Wall, I think is what it's called, that's similar to Patreon, but like whatever platform, I'm going to say Patreon, but it might be a different platform that's similar to Patreon, a different website that's similar to Patreon, but again, I'm just going to say Patreon for right now. So the thing about Patreon is that people give you money, and then in return, you give them certain perks, but like I don't have a lot of stuff to really, I don't have a lot to offer, so my perks would just be that you get bonus videos, and those videos would be me vlogging my life. So this video would look different if I were a rich and famous YouTuber, because my day would look different, so I'd be talking about different things. But, I'd just be doing like a daily vlog or a near daily vlog. Some days I won't have time to do a vlog, but, that'll be my Patreon bonus videos is the kind of stuff that I'm posting on my second channel. So I'll probably just like get rid of my second channel if I'm rich and famous, because I'll just put this sort of stuff on Patreon. Next thing I'm going to do today, or would do today, I mentioned in yesterday's video that if I were rich and famous, what I would have done is gone clothes shopping, specifically bought shirts. I like shirts. I like buying shirts. I like wearing shirts. I like having shirts. Makes me happy. And so when I buy new clothes, or like if I were rich and famous and like I would buy a lot of clothes, I would also want to get rid of a lot of clothes so that I don't just have a massive collection of clothes, get some clothes and then get rid of some clothes, balance it out. And so I would sell the clothes that's in good condition on Depop or some similar website, or I would donate it to the Goodwill. If it didn't sell on Depop, and if it was in bad condition, like if there were holes or stains, then I would use it as fabric to make face masks, because I like sewing. I like making face masks. I've gotten pretty good at making face masks. Not good enough to actually charge money for them, because like my sewing work is like kind of sloppy, and like they're just not good enough to sell, but they'd be good enough to give away to people. So I would either do a giveaway on my YouTube channel, or I would like give it to my my patrons. I would go on Patreon and say like, hey, anybody want a face mask? And then I would just give away face masks for free to the people who want them, or some of the people who want them. I made a face mask yesterday. It took like 2 hours. I'm so proud of myself. Like, it used to take me days to make a single face mask, but like I made this face mask in like 2 hours. And again, the sewing work is a little bit sloppy. I do hand sewing because I don't have a sewing machine, and it's like it's a little sloppy. You can kind of tell I made it fast, but I was really impressed with how fast I was able to make this face mask. And it's like, it's a pretty good face mask when I compare it to the face mask I made at the beginning of the pandemic. Like, I've definitely improved a lot in terms of how well I can make a face mask and how fast I can make a face mask. So again, that's something that I'll do today, or I would do today. I had some extra fabric from a shirt that I used to wear for drag videos, but I haven't really been in the mood to do drag for a while. And this shirt was getting old anyways. It had like some holes in it, so I decided to use it as fabric, and I made a face mask, and that was fun. I enjoyed that. So again, if I had extra fabric, if I was rich and famous and I had old clothes that I was gonna turn into face masks, that's something that I would do today, is spend some time making some face masks. I said in my ASMR manifesting video on my main channel that if I were to become rich and famous, I would start making soap, because I am very, like, I've watched a lot of people on YouTube make soap, and it looks like a lot of fun, and I felt like I would really enjoy doing it. But now that I've thought about it a little bit more, I actually feel like I probably wouldn't enjoy making soap, because first of all, you have to work with a dangerous chemical, lye, which, if you're making soap, you need to take safety precautions. You need to wear gloves, wear safety glasses. You need to make sure the area is well ventilated. And, like, I'm a very anxious person, so dealing with a dangerous chemical would probably just make me even more anxious. I'd just be really scared that I was going to, like, burn myself or something. So that would be very anxiety inducing. Also, I feel like there's a lot of cleanup when it comes to making soap. And, like, that's one of the biggest reasons why I don't cook, is because I don't like dishes. I don't like cleaning up afterwards. And it's funny because my stepmom and my dad at one point asked me, like, what my dream job was or something, or, like, what kind of job I'd like to have. And I said I wanted to be a dishwasher. And, like, I don't know why I said that. I was just, like, I didn't have an answer, so I just thought of the first thing that came to my mind. But, like, I super don't want to be a dishwasher. I hate doing dishes, actually, and I was a dishwasher at one point, and it's really bad for my hands, because I have dermatitis, and it made my hands really, really dry, and they would, like, crack and bleed, and it was just, like, not good, and so, like, I don't know why I said I wanted to be a dishwasher, because I really don't like doing dishes. So that's another reason why I don't think I would enjoy making soap, is because I probably wouldn't like cleaning up afterwards. As silly as that might sound, like, I don't think the process of making soap would be enjoyable enough to justify the cleanup, But I do like handmade soap. I like buying it. I like having it. And so if I had a lot of money, I also like buying stuff for my family, for the people who love me. I like buying gifts for people, but I'm very, very poor, so I don't often do it because, again, I don't have the money. But if I had a lot of money, I would probably, go and buy my mom and my stepmom and my sister and my dad something nice. And the only thing that I could think of that I would want to buy them is homemade soap, which I don't know if they would enjoy that. It's like one of those things where, you buy a present for someone that is something that you would like to receive as a present, but you don't really know if the people you're giving it to would actually enjoy it, or enjoy it as much as you would enjoy receiving it as a present. So it's kind of selfish, but, like, who doesn't like soap? Who doesn't like nice handmade soap, And I'd be supporting a local company. I would buy from a local soap maker, and so that's something I would do today if I was rich and famous. Is I would just, like, buy my loved ones some soap and some other homemade products, because why not? There's no special occasion or anything, but there's never a bad time to buy someone you love a gift if you have the money to do so. And there was a company that I want to promote and that I want to buy from, because I bought in 2023 I bought some handmade soap for myself as a Christmas present, and I bought it from a company called Willow Ridge Soap Company. Willow spelt with an H, so it's like Willow, W-H, Willow Ridge Soap Company. There's another Willow Ridge Soap Company without the H, so this one is a local business. It's just a local soap maker, it was really, I really enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed the products that I got, and so I have tried to look up the website so that I could put it in the description of this video in case you wanted to buy some homemade soap and other bath products, but the website doesn't seem to be working. So I'm putting a link to the Facebook page down below. I don't know if the business has closed down. I really hope not, because, again, I really liked the soap that I got from this place, and so I hope that this person's still in business. So I'll leave the Facebook link down below, and you could email the person or try calling, perhaps, and see if there's still products available. And other than that, my day is going to look pretty much the same as it would normally. I am feeling a little bit lonely. I would kind of like a little bit of company. So I have some time between 7 and 9. Uh, so yeah, from 7 to 9, I have a little bit of free time today. So I was thinking that if I was rich and famous, I would have more friends as well, which is probably not the case. But in this imaginary future that I'm creating for myself, I have friends. And so I do have at least one friend. So maybe I would call this person up. This person's currently sick with something, so if I had more than one friend, I would call up one of my friends and say, hey, you want to go out to eat tonight? And we would go out to eat from 7 to 9. Just 2 hours of hanging out, not that long of a time to hang out with a friend, but we're both busy, we both have stuff going on, so it's nice to just get a meal together in whenever we can. And so I'll probably be more wealthy than this person, and so I'll probably pay for their meal as well, just because I'm a good person and I like buying stuff for people. If I have the money, it's nice, it makes me feel good. I mean, I did say in my last video yesterday that I'm very cheap and I would like to hoard my money, but I also like buying things for people. And so again, if I had a ridiculous amount of money, I would pay for this person's meal because I would have the money, so why not? We'd probably go to my favorite restaurant, which is Mai's Cafe in London, Ontario. Love that place, highly recommend it. They have great food, great service as well, but maybe we might try it somewhere else. We could go to the other person's favorite place to eat, or, I'd like trying new things. I like going to different restaurants in London and seeing what I like, and so maybe we'll try a restaurant that neither of us have been to yet before, and I would like to eat healthy. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier. So, and I'm also trying to go vegetarian. Not I'm doing a bad job, if I'm being honest. I'm doing a real bad job of going vegetarian. But, I used to be vegan in high school, and in university I was vegan, and I was really, really into animal rights. And so I would at some point in the future like to be vegan again. But it's really hard because I lack self-control and I love meat and milk, ice cream, cheese, yogurt. I never used to like yogurt, but recently I've gotten really into yogurt. Anyways, so eating vegan is hard, and especially when you don't have a lot of money, because healthy food and vegan foods are often quite expensive, or they can be. So long story short, I'm not vegan, but I would like at some point to, and so I'm trying to eat more vegetarian and more vegan when I feel up to it, when I feel like I can. And so for today's meal, my friend and I will go to a restaurant, and I will try to order something, if not vegan, at least vegetarian, and something that's healthier than one of the healthier things, something with a lot of vegetables, something with maybe I'll get a fruit cup on the side, some fruit salad on the side or something, just trying to eat healthy. And that is what my day would look like. That's how I would spend my day. And it would be lovely, and I'd still be suffering with my mental illnesses, but again, I'm having a much better day today than I was yesterday, so I think I'd be able to have a pretty good day. And so yeah, that's my imaginary day. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Stay frosty. Bye.